Hello friends, I'm Phoebe. Welcome to my music discovery journey. Today we are discovering Ladrones. They're a Mexican band that came highly recommended from Metal Burb, who is a huge creator in this space, knows everything there is to know about metal, and has a great podcast called The Metal Roundup with Drew Fortune and Steve OG. Between them all, they're great influences in this space and just know what they're talking about. So any recommendation from any of them is a great one, and I had to jump on this the second I heard. I think it was from his live stream that I had to write a note and come back to them. I say I jump on it the second I've heard, but it's been a couple of weeks. I've been busy, but this is the first opportunity I've had to record something from a new recommendation. So anyway, they've been around since 2021. They mix metal, hip hop and regional Mexican music. They sing in Spanish. They're managed by SiriusXM radio host Jose. Let's just listen to it, shall we? Yeah, we've been talking for too long. It's called Altar, this one. Oh, they've got a big double bass as well. Feels Spanishy already. I love a mix of guitars.
Es cosa mía, a nadie más voy a culpar, nadie me entendería.
Oh shit.
No se muere quien se va, sino que se olvida. Nunca los voy a olvidar, carnal, clicaré por vida.
Right then. Oh my god, this feels like a good chance to cut in. We'll go back in a second. I love the mix of guitars here. I said it over the music, but the fact that they've gone switching from acoustics to electric, they've got the double bass, the big double bass looks really cool and sounds really cool. The tones that are coming through are really nice. I love that they sing in Spanish, and I love that it's got a really Spanish sound, but you can hear that fusion. It's nice. At first it sounded quite a lot lighter than I imagined it would feel. It's gotten a bit heavier, but it's still got like a nice airy feel to it. I can't describe other than in that way. The lyrics, so perhaps we'll go through the lyrics at the end. I heard something about everything against me. Today I met death, it starts with, but let's just listen to what it sounds like first and then go through the lyrics at the end. I think that's how we're going to do it. Really like the bassy sound too. Drums are great. The little details.
Y este tema se lo dedico a los que ya no están conmigo. En las malas y en las peores te das cuenta de quién está contigo. No todo está perdido, no todo está podrido. No se muere quien se va, muere quien está en el olvido. He llorado pero no he caído. El alcohol me ha ahogado por los que han partido. Su recuerdo jamás se borra de mi mente. En el corazón los llevamos para siempre. Unos han visto muy cerca la muerte. Otros no tuvieron la misma suerte. A veces solo te toca ser fuerte, aunque no puedas y deba dolerte. Ya no están, no se muere quien se va, sino que se olvida. Una tal, nunca los voy a olvidar.
Drums. Oh fuck. Okay, just before we go to that, it really has such a nice feel. I was almost thinking it was going to go into mariachi territory with brass and stuff as well. But so far it's really nice. I love that they've got like the hip hop rapping style to it as well. There's so many different things going on, but it flows really nicely. That's quite interesting, quite nice. We're getting some heaviness. I like the backing heaviness, harshness. Whoa. Those sounds. What is going on?
Y estos ladrones, arriba la L, ya, o todavía no, corridos pesados, desde México.
No. This is the most bizarre mix that does really work. They know what they're talking about. What even? That's metal, hip hop, regional Mexican music. Yeah. I guess that is what it is. But it's just it that works so well. The lyrics, the breakdown, it's just so. I didn't know what to expect in the way that the breakdown kind of hit and then it played out. But like in a way that I would not have expected. Something like that. The lyrics. So this is a rough translation, so apologies if it's not direct. There were certain things that I heard. I learned Spanish at school, which is quite a long time ago now that I'm approaching 40. But there's certain words that seemed accurate. So hopefully this gives us the gist of it at the very least. But the original lyrics were written in the language that the original language they're written in for a reason, for a purpose. So that's why sometimes it might get lost in translation, the true meaning. But roughly, today I met death. It's not my time yet. Let me play my luck again. I know that my mother cries because she misses just seeing me again. So I met death. I want to give it another go. My mother's upset. She misses seeing me. How hard were those days where there were no food or hot water? How bitter the defeat is. I had no other choice. Back when we used to struggle, either they are with me or they are against me. Neither respect nor loyalty can be bought. They don't have eggs, but there are plenty here. There are plenty here, like plenty to go around. We can share. Eggs. How good it feels to do evil, and that's my thing. Okay, I'm not going to blame anyone else. No one would understand me. They are no longer. Whoever leaves does not die. If not, who forgets? What does it mean? How good it feels to do evil. There's this excitement for doing bad things. Or is it jokingly saying that? That's my thing. I'm not going to blame anyone else. Like, taking accountability for it. No one would understand. They are no longer. they're dead to me. But then whoever leaves does not die. If not, who forgets? This is where it might get a little lost in translation. Then an altar. I will never forget them, carnal. Click for life. Choose life, maybe. And I dedicate this topic to you. Taking advantage of life. Not taking advantage, giving life a go. Making the most of it, maybe. To those who are no longer with me, in the bad and the worst, you realise who is with you. So in the toughest of times, you realise who is truly there for you, I think. Not everything is lost. Not everything is rotten. Whoever leaves does not die. I guess for those we lose, they're saying that they don't die possibly because their memory lives on, as hard as it is. Dies who is forgotten. I guess thinking about the true death of someone when their memory is completely lost. Maybe that's like talking about the forgotten. That's when you truly die. I've cried, but no, I have not fallen. I've drowned in alcohol for those who have left. Coping mechanisms. I think a few of us can relate to that. His memory is never erased from my mind. In our hearts, we carry them forever. So their memories live on. And we carry them in our hearts forever. Some have seen death very close. Others were not as lucky. Sometimes you just have to be strong, even if you can't. And it must hurt. Life is a struggle at the best, worst of times, I don't know. At the best of times. And I guess perhaps it's talking about those who have wanted to leave and considered death as a way out. Maybe not. You just have to be strong, even if you can't, and it must hurt. I mean, maybe for grief, you just have to be strong, even if it feels difficult, because it is. They are no longer. Whoever leaves does not die. If not, who forgets? Yeah, it does feel like whoever leaves, or whoever dies, they are not forgotten. If we remember them and honour their memories, they live on. I will never forget them. Choose life. The darkness embraces me in silence. The end is approaching, but it will live in your memories. Beyond the light, we will transcend into the abyss. Ooh, well then, that's really interesting. Kind of like just drifting off out into the ether, but memories living on. But thinking about the end, I guess you only get one life, and it's not forever. Sadly, I don't like that thought, but it's true. The lyrics, yeah, quite deep, a lot deeper than I thought they might be as well. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was definitely expecting something that would start off super heavy and quite brutal. I don't know why, but this was like a really nice, mature, intricately played piece that kind of had a really nice flow to it that wasn't too... It wasn't all over the place, despite all the fusion that was going on. And they make it work so well. So that's really, really cool. And I guess I've done enough talking about it, but I'd love to know what you thought in the comments. Please like and subscribe, because every little helps, and commenting helps boost the video if you can, and if you have the capacity and you want to. No pressure. There are links below for Patreon and Ko-fi if you want to join. Every little helps. You can get memberships that get your name up here as a thank you at the end of my videos. That's a supporter tier for £1. Or you can get the VIP or premium membership, which gets you a reaction request each month and loads of other content, loads of stuff, early access and stuff that a lot of people don't see here on YouTube. No pressure though. Thank you for your time, which is the most precious gift you can give, and there are no refunds on that, but I appreciate it. So hopefully it wasn't a waste of your time. And take care. See you soon. Bye bye.